Federal authorities say the Brecksville-Northfield high-level bridge, which carries Route 82 over the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, was a target of a bomb plot by 5 self-described anarchists. They are identified as 26-year-old Douglas Wright, 20-year-old Brandon Baxter, 35-year-old Anthony Hain, 20-year-old Connor Stevens, and 23-year-old Joshua Stafford.
During the entire investigation.
The FBI says the men had been planning for weeks to take down the bridge through the use of improvised explosive devices wired to C4 plastic explosives.
Chills went all over me because I go over this bridge every day and just, I couldn't believe it.
This is what democracy looks like.
Members of the Occupy Wall Street movement in Cleveland say the 5 men are members of the movement. But the group says it had no knowledge of the bomb plot, and members are distancing themselves from the suspects.
We are not about violence. This is a peaceful movement. Anybody that says that they're going to do some violence in the name of Occupy is obviously not part of Occupy.
According to federal court documents, a confidential informant alerted authorities that the 5 men had been planning to commit acts of terrorism in Cleveland. Among the plans they discussed, inciting a riot on Public Square and toppling bank signs from downtown buildings. They ultimately settled on the bridge in Brecksville as their target and unwittingly negotiated with undercover FBI agents to purchase what they thought were remote-activated IEDs. In fact, the bombs were inert or non-functioning.
The public was never in any danger. The defendants never possessed at any time any real explosive material.
Investigators say the men were under FBI surveillance when they came to the bridge on Monday night, placed what they thought was an active bomb at the base, and then went to another location where they punched in the codes to detonate what they thought was a bomb. The 5 men were then arrested on federal charges of conspiracy and the attempted use of explosive materials to damage property affecting interstate commerce. Residents who used the bridge are now breathing a sigh of relief that the plot was foiled. Among those local residents is U.S. Army Reserves Major Alan Fritz, who says the case illustrates the ongoing threat of terrorism, foreign and domestic.
The war on terror is not over. There's still a lot of threats out there, but you got to hand it to our law enforcement people and our military intelligence people. They're really on the ball, okay, because they definitely this time prevented something bad from happening, and they caught the people that potentially could cause harm.
Jack Shea, Fox 8 News in Brecksville.